How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Fordham Firesides. I'm Hank Michaels. I have Brian Maw here with me today. He wants to talk about student entrepreneurship. So, Brian, I first heard from you about, I don't know, 3-4 months ago. You reached out to me and you wanted me to post a flyer on my Instagram story for Fordham Firesides, and it's promoting a student housing or subletting app, correct?
Yes.
And this is an app that you designed.
Yep.
Did you do it all by yourself?
Yeah, I say all the concept is by myself.
Okay. But you have like people programming with you, right?
So it's a long story. I couldn't program, it was too hard for me, so I scrapped it. I used a third-party system that kind of did the coding for me. I designed everything, but they did the back end.
Like a Squarespace for apps or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. So, how did this idea come about? Like, what is I there's definitely a need for, finding off-campus apartments for students and stuff. So why did you want to come in here and create an app and what inspired you to make this?
Yeah, that's a good question, Hank. So I don't know, I started living off campus, actually freshman year. I picked Fordham late. So I was scrambling. I was either Villanova or Fordham. I chose Fordham. Great choice.
Great choice.
Yeah, I love it. But I had to find off-campus housing. So living off-campus, you gotta sign a 1-year lease, which is crazy. So I wanted to chill in different places, in Alaska. I went Alaska 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
In Romania. So I wouldn't be living in the Bronx. So I had to get someone to live in my apartment as me and pay my rent because I had to pay for the whole year.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't there for 2 months in the summer. So there's this thing, some genius made up this thing called subletting, and it was legal. So my roommate and I were oh, let's sublet. It wasn't easy though. Who wanted to sublet my apartment, and how do you find a sublet? So I was what? They don't have an app for college students, so I might as well make one.
Can you explain to me the legality of subletting? Because I didn't know that was a whole thing. I thought it was just oh, you just have someone in here and then they pay. But I guess it makes sense that if it's going to be paid under your name, but someone else is living there, is it just a New York law or is it a federal law? Do you know anything about that?
Yeah, for those people who don't know subletting, because I was there in your shoes before. Basically, any state in America you can.
Okay.
So if you rent something out, you can sublet. The only thing you can't sublet is if your landlord says no, because when you rent something, it's not your property.
So they get final say.
Yeah. So,
okay.
So you gotta let them know. So let's say my landlord was yeah, you can sublet your apartment. So in New York City, a sublet counts as 30 days or longer.
Mm-hmm.
So an Airbnb would not be a sublet because it's 2 weeks or a day. But sublet, it's per month basis. So you ask your landlord, can I sublet my apartment, which I rented out for a year, because they want to get maximum profit, so they want rent out a house for a year. So everyone has to sign a 1-year lease. So they say, okay, I'll let you, but how many months and who's it going to be? So I say, let's say 2 months in the summer, because I'm going to Portugal or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want this girl to move in from Australia. From where? Brisbane, Australia. And I was okay, then let them sign under your name, but they have to pay through you, and you have to pay that payment to me. So I'm the person responsible to acquire that payment.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how it happens.
Okay. So you subletted then, and then you were I want to make this easier for other people, and that's what's made you create this app?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Because people use Facebook, but
yeah,
scams, and then Facebook, you see an event happening, and then you get kind of sidetracked. But the app just focuses on.
Yeah, I mean it does seem very unorganized in the way of trying to find a subletter. It's someone has to post in the Fordham 2020 Facebook group saying hey, anyone looking for a subletter, that sort of thing. But yeah, I feel if your app comes in and takes off, that could kind of revolutionize how this is done. So when did you start making this app then? Oh, first off, what's it called?
It's called College Sublets. It's not in the App Store yet. We'll be in a month or two.
Okay.
But I just want to try it out at Fordham and see if it works or not.
Okay.
It's basically a link. So I could send you a link, or you can download by QR code.
So the link is currently up. So if you want to use that, but it's just not on the App Store yet. But it will be soon?
Yes, that's the plan. So everyone can use it, not just Fordham students.
Okay. So what is your plan then to push this out there? I mean, if this is if this is like you said, nobody's done this before, how are you going to try and get this to other schools?
Mm-hmm. Well, like social media is definitely a competition, but I
Mm-hmm.
felt like since a lot of parents will pay for like someone else's like their kids' housing, why not use an app that kind of focuses on college students that has like a legit email, like a .edu email.
Okay.
So they'll just sign in with a .edu email and see other
So
colleges
kind of
students.
like a Tinder U in a way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for housing.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
you gotta have your preferences or whatever. But subletting, short-term rentals, not like 1 year housing.
So what are the features of, I mean, not an app yet, but just with what you have set up, is it do you have like a geographical locator and stuff, or do you just put in like an address and it finds people near you, or is it just are you just at a stage where it's just like you post where you're subletting and people kind of contact you?
Well, I could pull up my phone. It's an app right now.
Okay.
It's basically like it's just at Fordham, but like you
Okay.
can put your property up, and people can sign in and really look at it and like message you if they want to live there.
Okay.
So like there's like a lot of properties,
All right, here.
right?
I can hold it up to the camera.
But there's just a lot of properties. You just keep scrolling, and they're all at Fordham, right? And you keep scrolling, and then you can like kind of contact the person and say, "Hey, I'm kind of interested. I want to schedule a tour. Uh, I could pay you on the app. I can like meet you face to face, and I know what you email. I know you're like what school or what college you go to.
Okay.
So like if you're a Gabelli student, I'm a Gabelli student. That'd be pretty cool. If
Yeah,
you're
you got a decent amount of people on here so far. I mean, that's good.
thanks.
Yeah, so I mean, right now it's definitely easy because if everyone is, Fordham students, you don't have to worry about like filtering via location, but or by location. But I mean, do you have a plan for that if the time comes?
Definitely. If I put in the app store, that's definitely a big like
Mm-hmm.
push, a surge of like downloads because everyone can access it without the link.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, if it works in this school, I'm assuming it'll work in different schools.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it should. I mean, I guess what you could do is like make it not by like location, but just have it like a, I don't know, a filter by school sort of thing. So when you say you're subletting for the Belmont neighborhood, you just put it under Fordham, and then someone, I don't know, like Villanova, they do something similar over there, but it's in like the Villanova folder or something like that. So I guess yeah, that makes a lot more sense, and it shouldn't be that hard to do, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. So, the reason you came, besides to here to promote your app, is also you wanted to discuss entrepreneurship. So, what about it did you want to talk about? You said pros and cons.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah. Oh well, yeah. Like for students who are just interested in like, I don't know, making your own business, making millions of dollars, or just simply trying to solve a problem.
hmm
Fordham, unfortunately, I mean, I'll say the good thing is that there is an entrepreneurship hub, Fordham Foundry.
Yeah, I had Milton from Fordham Foundry on like
Yeah,
a little over a year ago, or a little less than a year ago.
he's hilarious.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
one
a
of the,
good guy.
yeah, he's probably one of the most funniest professors I've ever had.
So,
No.
but yeah, what were you gonna say about Fordham Foundry?
Yeah, just saying that they like created like this hub
hmm
like 4 or 5 years ago, something like that,
Yeah.
and like they just help students like me like want to like create an idea into reality. So, props to them. So like they're like the only entrepreneurship kind of like existence, or
hmm
like like they're just there to help students.
Yeah, they're like an incubator, right?
Yeah.
It's like a class, but also they work with students, and obviously there's no charge or anything.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah, like an accelerator. But like Fordham itself, the cons is like I guess like is the Jesuit Catholic old fashioned type of education. Nothing against that, but they don't really like promote like innovation or change.
What does that have to like? What does that have to do with like their values? Is it just I mean, is there like something specific that they don't want to like help students start business? Is there something in the doctrine there, or is it just that I don't know? Like, what are you saying with that?
Well, I didn't look through the doctrine.
Yeah, and I don't even know if there is a doctrine, but like,
But what I'm assuming is that they want to help, but like I guess they had a lot of issues in the past. So
Okay.
like, they don't want to like cause any problems if it's a for-profit company and it's like,
Okay.
on their campus.
oh, I see what you're saying.
But ideas-
Because whatever business, if they help, has to reflect their values. Because I know Fordham is pretty strict with that sort of thing.
Right.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so they you said that they used to try and help, but it hasn't worked out, or what? What?
Well, I don't know the backstory, but I know like Fordham like doesn't really have an entrepreneurship like background, so I guess they're like trying to get into that.
Okay.
But at the same time, they're not really helping businesses like me or like other kids around campus like kind of promote their business.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the Fordham
They're
Foundry
like
is
shut
like
down.
it's like a separate entity essentially. That's like
Yeah.
why it's located off campus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right on Fordham Road. Where?
Right across the White Castle.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Second floor.
Yeah, and so I know I talked about this when I had Milton on the podcast, but how do people get into that class? Do they just is that like a class you have to sign up for, or do you just kind of show up and they do like seminars for free?
Well, you can do the seminars, but then now they offer classes.
Mhm.
So I think it's called a Startup Venture Experience. That's one class. And
Okay.
then there's like the Venture Up, which is like if you just want to get like to know what venture capital is and stuff like that. So
Okay.
they offer classes starting I think like last year. So they're doing like they're making moves. You know?
Okay. Okay, so they're it's relatively new though, right?
Yeah, very new.
Yeah. Okay, so they're still getting started. So what exactly do they do to help you create your app then?
Just like consulting, just like giving me morale, just like any like connections,
Mhm.
but not like telling me what to do, but like offering opinions and advice.
Okay, so did you come to them with this idea for this app, and then they helped you from there, or did you go there trying to come up with an idea, and then you kind of came up with this idea while being a part of Fordham Foundry?
Oh, that's a good question. No, I came up with the idea with a friend of mine.
Okay,
But then like they helped like kind of
Gotcha.
blossom it. Yeah, do their
Gotcha.
pitch competitions if anyone interested every spring.
yeah, I remember that from
Yeah.
last year as well. Did they? So you mentioned like helping you get connections and stuff. Did they connect you with like that third party that built the app for you?
There was one guy who was making an app for like to like get people to experience African cultures in New York City that connected me with that third party system. So it was
Okay.
like like someone else in that foundry that
Gotcha.
not the professors and the mentors, but someone else who was working on it.
Another student.
He graduated,
Oh, okay.
but like he's like there as a residency.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Well, that's pretty helpful.
Yeah.
So then next steps from here. I mean, I guess you want to get people to sign up,
Yeah.
obviously. And then I guess you have to. I mean, you're graduating soon, right? So you have to kind of leave your mark behind and hope that like it really catches on because while the school year is ending, especially this summer too. Like I guess if people are like juniors, sophomores, and have off-campus apartments and are going away, they could be looking for a subletter. But if this like going into next school year especially too would probably be like the prime time. Is that correct?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So what how are you trying to get the word out outside of this podcast and posting flyers and stuff? Like
So I made some promo vids to YouTube.
okay.
A couple interns. Shout out to Ava. Shout out to August. Shout out to Casey Takamura and all those people. I also launched a social media campaign. Like I made an Instagram and like at first I didn't want to make an Instagram, but then people were like one of my interns, Ava, was like, "You should." So I was like, "I'll bet." So I made an Instagram and a Facebook.
Is it a business account?
Yeah,
Because then you
business
can you just float like $10 and it'll like put up ads for you in like the area. That's I have done that before on my own Fordham Firesides account. Just do like $10 and then for one day it'll kind of go out to everyone in the location or something.
Is it useful?
Yeah, it's useful. It definitely got like it gives you your stats on like engagement rates and stuff. So it does like I think I only did it once or twice just to like test it out, but I recommend checking that out. I mean, especially if you want to advertise to people in the area, and this is all about apartments in the area, that could be perfect. So you have interns. Are you making money off of this then? Is it you get like a cut for the of like the rent or the sublet fee?
Right now I'm making it free, so it's a free app.
Okay.
There has been like successes. So like in the past like 4 or 5 months, like I opened this app in September 2019. About 5 or 6 people found sublets and are like happy and giddy now.
Okay.
But I have gotten no payment. I'm fine with that. In the long run, maybe like make it like advertisements like on the app,
sure.
and then
Sure.
just get a lot of users to use it for free and then just have a good time.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, it's a great resume builder too. Like,
That too. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, so you're what do you want to do after college then? I mean, I would assume that if you're all about entrepreneurship, you might want to start something on your own after college.
Yeah, definitely this. Like, I can't find a full time job. I guess like I got that bug. Like, I can't find one. Like, no one seemed to hire me.
No, no. Well, I mean, it's still early. I mean,
Yeah.
are you in Gabelli?
No, I'm in Roseau.
Okay, I'm in Rose Hill too, and I feel like for what I want to do, like I just can't really apply to anything until like March or April. I mean, it is March, but maybe April, May, because they're all rolling applications, at least for media. But I know with other places that yeah, you have to lock something down earlier on, but that's not me, so I don't know.
What do you want to do?
Well, I'm new media and digital design,
Oh,
so
okay.
any type of media company hires like you just go on their job websites and stuff, and you know their interview process or whatever application process is maybe a month or two long. So applying to anything right now would be a bit too premature. Like,
Gotcha.
yeah, so I still have a bit of time, but so what do you want to do then? Like, what do you have like an idea for something you want to create after college, or are you just gonna try and find something that sticks and then maybe start something on your own further down the line?
I particularly don't know, but I just know that I believe in this business, and
Okay.
a lot of my friends and family support me. So thank God.
Okay.
So I want to do this full time.
Okay.
So I've been applying to a lot of like accelerators. I honestly want to be financially independent, so I could like spend
Gotcha.
money on like things I want and want to do with people I love. So with that being said, like it would be cool to like sell homes to celebrities and athletes,
Yeah, that'd be pretty sick.
and to own a couple wineries and stuff.
Yeah, that would be pretty awesome
So
too.
those three
Yeah.
things: wineries, selling, like vacation homes or like houses of celebrities in New York
Yeah.
City, athletes too, and then college sublets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like real estate business, for instance. Is that kind of what you're leaning towards?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, get your foot in there somewhere and then kind of, branch out when you have the opportunity.
Hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, Brian, thank you for coming on, man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Everyone check it out. College Sublet. Oh, yeah, geez, it's your shirt. I just saw that now. It's actually a pretty sick shirt.
Thanks, man.
Pretty minimalist. Cool. I like that.
Seafoam green.
Yeah.
Pop.
Yeah. Send me the link. I'll put it in the comment of this video too, and I'll tag your Instagram in my Instagram as well, so people can check that out. Especially if you're looking to sublet, like there's no reason not to do this. So, but yeah, thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Thank you guys for watching. I'll be back soon with another episode. Until next time, goodbye.